Hey, welcome to Watch Complications. I'm Brian. Check out the site watchcomplications.com. Follow me on Instagram at watch_complications. Consider subscribing here, ring the bell if you want updates. I'm working on a project for a client where they have a very generic dive style case and they want to fit a particular movement to that case. And actually there are two movements in play. They want to give their customers choice between a quartz Miyota 2300 series and a mechanical Seiko NH 3536 movements. What I need to do is create some custom movement holders to fit those movements to this case. What I thought I would do is take this opportunity to give sort of an unpacking, a review of this particular case style that's very common. You see them on eBay, AliExpress. I wanted to show what these things look like, how they come packaged, kind of discuss a little bit about their quality. Here's what this case looked like. I bought it on eBay. They come around, $50-60 give or take. If you've seen several of my videos, you probably know I dislike the Cyclops lens, so I always get it without the watch monocle. So they're fairly inexpensive. They ship within about 2 weeks, again, give or take, at least to my location in the States. So consider this a general unpacking and review of a case that's very common for the watch modding community and just my experience with what arrived for this particular project. So that's all this video is about. If you want to see what I end up doing with this case and the creation of these custom 3D printed movement holders, watch the next video coming right after this one. If you're watching this, you're probably either into modding or thinking about it, and you can get cases on the open market. They're usually Chinese manufactured cases, lots of different places to get them, like eBay, AliExpress, places like that. Kind of wanted to take the opportunity to show you what they might arrive like. They're all a little bit different, but generally from the same factories, and you can get varying amounts of quality control whenever you get these. But this came shipped pretty well, and I want to take the opportunity to unwrap it and show you what it looks like if you were to get one of these types of cases. Like I said, it was packed pretty well, fairly well protected. You can see it's sort of a Submariner style, pretty generic dive case design, honestly. It's got a little foam pad to help protect and keep the bracelet from scraping against itself through shipping and against the back of the case. It's a really strong, striking black color, which is nice. There are going to be some quality control issues. Probably there typically are with these products. I'll know once I take the plastic off. Looks like there may be, a little piece of the paint missing here on the 0 and the 50. It's got the pip at 12, but it's packaged and wrapped very well. It feels mildly solid. It's got a little bit of heft to it. You can tell that it's not the highest grade of stainless steel, and you can see there's probably going to be some damage here and there depending on what one you get. It's kind of random, but it's okay. At least they did a good job of wrapping it up with plastic and protecting it, so it's going to take a little bit to get this unwrapped. The bezel and case is fully wrapped in plastic. You can see the clasp is got some extra protection there as well. See, the case back is very much in the Rolex style, screw-on case back. Of course, not near the same quality, but it's not bad for less than $100. That's how the case came shipped. And let's unwrap it and take a little bit of a closer look. So that was wrapped up pretty well. Took a little bit to get it all off of the bracelet. And once you've got that wrapping off, you get a real feel for the quality or lack thereof when it comes to the case. The case is okay. You can only expect so much from a $50 watch case. Bezel feels okay, feels good. There are going to be some imperfections. I already pointed that one out. Is what it is. You're going to get a ding here or there, the case or the bracelet. The bracelet is probably the cheapest feeling component of this. There's a little mark right there. That's not going anywhere. Maybe that's something to be cleaned off. Yeah. This has a very similar look about it to my Pagani design, PD 1651, although its quality is not as good. The satin finish on that bracelet's much better. The links are closer together. There's quite a bit of space between these links. You can see the gaps there. That's not the way the PD 1651 is. Clasp is largely the same, but again, just seems like a lower tier of quality compared to that one. Of course, there you're paying for a whole watch and dial and hands and everything. Different factory maybe. what I'm going to do is take this bracelet off and probably size it up for my wrist as well. You can see it's got screwed in links, which is nice. Got to be careful with them. They break easily on this sort of lower cost type of a case bracelet. Not sure that I need to show this or not, but nice way to take one of these bracelets off. Easiest way is to open that clasp up all the way. You could disconnect it if you wanted to by removing a link, but I just want to take it off and lay the clasp in one of the thinner locations across the lugs, where the lug is, and use your handy dandy spring bar tool, pull one side back, and at least get it out of the lug hole, and then you can press the other side and push down and up. These are solid end links, at least. Sometimes really low quality bracelets, they're going to be hollow. They're solid. Oh, I should show this. It does have a micro adjust on it, which is a nice touch. You can see the different levels in here. That looks a little twisted. This should pop up, so you're going to hear a snap. And then you can slide it, right, whatever level you want. And then when you've got it where you want, you just snap it back down. So it does have a micro adjust. Let me get that back out here a little bit further. All right, let's take the other side of this off though. Obviously, it's easier to work with measuring case dimensions when there's no bracelet in the way. Okay, there we go. Now we can take the case back off, and this feels pretty good. It's got some okay weight to it. Let's see if I can just unscrew by hand. I wonder how tightly they've got that screwed on. Not too tight, so I'm not even going to need a tool. Best tool in the world. Human hands. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take this sticker off. Why do I need the sticker right now? Not in this case. Another tool that is easy to use when I screw this back on will just be a rubber ball. And just pressure. There are specific case openers for this style of case too that grips around this section. There we go. And what's usually shipped with these are the casing screws and the tabs to help hold the movement to the movement holder and keep it inside the case, keep the pressure nice and tight so it doesn't move around. So this case has a screw down crown. That's one thing. You see it's got a pretty lengthy extension there. So this is a really nice setup. It's actually got 2 layers of gaskets. It's got gaskets on the inside and gasket here on the outside where it's screwed down. So this goes in pretty snug and will screw down, give you a little bit higher water resistance. It's actually a pretty nice setup there. I'll also say that the case back brushing is pretty good. The bezel action is actually not half bad. It moves fairly easily, has a nice click sound, good resistance. It is unidirectional. Again, not much movement or leeway. Some of these watches do have a problem with that, and a lot of times the bezels are misaligned. I've put dials in this to test it out with some other stuff, and I don't have a misalignment issue on this one, so that's good. I've been messing around with it quite a bit, so it got a lot of prints and dirt and debris, but not bad at all when you think about it for $50, $60 case. That's kind of what to expect. Let's wrap things up. I hope you found this quick look at this generic dive style case, quite common in like places like eBay and AliExpress. If you're into watch modding, perhaps if you consider buying one of these, now you know a little bit more what to expect in the mail. What you'll see in the next video following this one on the channel is me creating a custom 3D printed movement holder that fits this case along with a particular watch movement. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm out.